So we are going to talk specifically about the Google Maps playbook for contractors. So my agency, which is called Remodeler Digital, works exclusively with general contractors and remodelers. And being a niche agency, what it helps us do is we have excellent clarity on the keywords that work for the general contractor niche, for the kitchen and remodeler niche. And so that's the expertise that comes from niching down and just serving general contractors and remodelers. So what we're going to cover today is the latest updates with the Google Map listing, the 5 biggest issues that could be preventing your business from being ranked, and our proven model for ranking in the 3-pack. And if you're not familiar with the 3-pack, I can explain to you what Google regards as a 3-pack and the best tools that you can use today to systematize and automate the heavy lifting. Because being ranked on Google is work, right? It is not something that just happens overnight, but there are a lot of tools and simple systems that you can implement as a business owner, just so that you can be found easily online when somebody is searching for best kitchen remodeler near me, general contractor near me for a custom home build, or whatever the search query is that the person is seeking. So before we dive into these topics that we'll be covering today, I want to quickly introduce myself. My name is Ratna Ramakrishnan. I'm a mom to 2 boys. I have 2 teenagers, a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old. I also started a children's education business 10 years ago. It's a children's summer camp business in the Bay Area here in Silicon Valley. And as you can imagine, summer camp businesses are extremely competitive. I hit $1 million in revenue in year 3. And how I was able to achieve that was because I had an excellent, consistent digital marketing strategy. I was like every other business owner when I came up with this idea to start a children's education business. It's called brainmind.com. And I just went and pulled a website on Wix, and then I went and watched a few YouTube videos. I went and set a Google business profile, and then I wrote some curriculum. And then I said, okay, now fine, like I have all of this wonderful business idea. How are these parents that are seeking high quality summer camps going to find me? And that's what set me down the path of understanding everything there is with respect to the Google algorithm. Because today, how we function with phones, literally sewn into our bodies, like everybody's carrying a phone on them all the time, is we are just relying so much on Google search. And when I look back at why I was able to build my education business and be in business for 10 years and continue being profitable and survive this pandemic, it's because of having a very concerted digital marketing strategy. And so what that set me down the path is I would go network with other business owners, and people would always say, oh, how did you figure it out? Like, how did you grow your business? Like, what did you do? And I was always sharing information and tips and helping people like set up their Google ads, run Facebook ads. And pretty soon I was helping 17 different kinds of businesses. I was helping a HVAC contractor, a friend that has a beauty shop down the road, a yoga instructor. And I realized that general contractors and remodelers are very similar to a summer camp business. A parent in Menlo Park, California, a parent in Dallas, Texas, has a need to send a child to a summer camp. They are searching for a certain geography. When I look at general contractors and remodelers, it's exactly the same, where somebody that has a need for a remodel needs to find a contractor in San Jose or Dallas that will come to their property and be able to fix the pain point that they are trying to solve. And so I decided to build a digital marketing agency, and I chose the niche of general contractors and remodelers because the skills that I've gained from being in business for 10 years, I'm able to just directly translate over to general contractors and remodelers, because how Google search works is very similar for a parent finding a summer camp versus a homeowner trying to find a solution for a remodeler. So when I decided to set up an agency and help other business owners with the skills that I have gained from scaling a business, and I think it's important for you to know this because I am not just another digital marketer. There's tons of them out there. I'm sure you're getting hundreds of emails as contractors saying, choose me, pick me, I can do SEO for you, I can update your website. I have been in the trenches for 10 years. I have done the work. I know what it takes to scale a business. And so that's why I'm really passionate about helping my general contractors and remodelers double your revenue, triple your revenue, whatever your goals are, because it's easy to do that once you understand how the Google algorithm works. So I'm a Grow with Google partner. What that means is I have a direct into the Grow with Google team, which is headquartered here in Mountain View, California. And so if your Google business profile has issues, you're not, you're spending money on ads, you're not getting results, I have connections with the Google team that I am able to reach out, and it's an application process, and I had to qualify. I had to prove that I had run enough ads and I was really a business owner to become a Grow with Google partner. I'm just going to pause here and welcome Peter. Hi, Peter. Are you able to unmute and speak? Hi, Peter.
Hi, yes, I can.
Nice to meet you. Which business are you with?
5-star GC.
Star G. Can you drop it in the chat? I'd love to know who's joining me here today. Awesome. So I am a Grow with Google partner. And so I'm also a member of the National Association of Remodelers, the National Kitchen and Bathroom Association. And this is what yeah, hi, Peter. Cool. Okay. So I'm just going to ask that everybody mute yourselves. Okay. And this is my goal, is to help 100 remodeling contractors, remodeling businesses, general contractors, unbox the true potential of your business using data. And when I say data, it's not just numbers, these hopes and dreams and projections and things. Data today is information about your client, right? That lead that's coming in from Google Maps, the more you know about them, who is coming to your website, what actions are they taking on their website, why are they leaving their website without taking an action, are they filling a form, are they viewing a video, right? The more knowledge you have, the more curious you are to know who is entering your universe and not converting and figuring out how to convert them. That's when the magic happens. And today, with all of the free tools that Google has, Google Analytics, Google Console, you don't even need a live website. You can go and pull a one-page website within your Google business profile. If you, however, have a fantastic Google a WordPress website, is it optimized? Does Google know that your cool website exists? Do you have the correct plumbing to be talking to the Google search algorithm? All of that is data. The more of those data points you have aligned, the more of those, I call it plumbing, and interactions you have going on with the Google search algorithm, the conversions will be easier. So today, as a business owner, if you have a website, the first thing that you need to ask yourself is, do you know whether your website has Google Analytics on it? If it has Google Analytics installed on it, do you know how many people are coming to your website, which is organically? Somebody saying, I need a kitchen remodeler. Do you know how many people are landing on your website? It may be 70 today. If you think about Amazon, there's millions of people going to the Amazon website. And so if you choose to scale your business, if you are at 70 people on your website, you need to ask yourself, what can you do to have 700 people come to your website? Right? So the first thing is to have that data point and say, today we are reaching 70 people. And so the point I'm trying to make is that as a business owner, you should not only focus on your revenue goals and your targets and number of projects and labor efficiencies, you should have clarity as to your lead generation. Who is coming to your website? Who is interested in doing business with you? And so through the process of scaling my education business, I came up with this method that I call the digital dominance method. You can take any business and you can apply this methodology, and you will double or triple your revenue goals based on what your intent is and what resources you have. At the heart of this method is your kitchen, bath, ADU remodeling company, your website. The first step is to have a good looking website with strong copy, on-page optimization, citation building, blogging, all of the works, right? Because without a website, you're just an idea. You're just a fabulous idea in your head, and nobody knows, or the Google search algorithm does not know that you exist. Therefore, you need to have, it need not be a 30-page website. If you want like optimal SEO, you need a pretty complex hierarchy of pages and a well-built website for it to really give you organic leads. But even if you have a 7-page website, the website should be well built and well optimized, and Google should know, it should be indexed in the Google algorithm that Google knows that you exist. The second piece is Google Maps. Do you have your presence on Google Maps? Because now what has Google done? They have enabled what is called a Google business profile for every business to go and claim your profile and land yourself on Google Maps. Why is Google doing all of this? What is Google's interest in doing all of this? Their ultimate goal is to be the world's best search engine. In order for them to be the world's best search engine, they need to have all of the information out there in the world on their search engine. It's not humanly possible for them to build any kind of team to go and take all of the businesses that exist out there in the world and put them onto their search engine. So what are they doing? They're enabling the users, the business owners, with the profile that you can claim, you can optimize, and you can keep telling the Google algorithm, hey, I am the best remodeler. This is what I do. This is why I'm fabulous. This is the 55-star reviews I have. This is why people love me, right? Now you're feeding the Google business profile with more and more information that the Google algorithm learns more and more who you are. So when it's time for somebody with a search query that comes in and is searching for your product or your service, immediately Google's going to say, okay, I know this remodeler in Dallas, I know this remodeler in Chicago, and is going to pull you up and show you. Is there anybody in here that does not know what a Google business profile is? Is everybody familiar? Okay, all right. Then, so once you have these two things in place, a well-optimized Google business profile, a good-looking website, need not be fancy, it at least has to do the functional work, then you can think about spending money. The most common thing that I see people do is, I need leads today, I'm going to go spend money on ads. Where are those people from ads coming? Where are they going after they see your ad? Are they coming to your website? Are they going to a well-built landing page? You need to have clear strategy, and people are going to do research. Remodeling is a very personal business. You're going into people's homes, right? So they're going to go and do their homework. The homeowner is going to do their homework and say, who is this person? Why should I hire them? Do I like them? How does their work look, right? So your website is also going to serve as a digital brochure, but you need to have those two pieces in place where you have some credibility built with some reviews. You're situated on the Google Maps. You have a good looking website. Then you go ahead and spend any kind of money on pay-per-click ads. You're going to get some really good conversions. Then if you want to go ahead and do some paid online directories, you can go ahead and do it. Winning in the paid online directories is a whole different ball game. House perhaps is a decent source. And again, you want to ask yourself what size of a contractor you are, what your goals are, because the fact is lead generating for yourself, spending money on ads will get you that homeowner that is searching for a specific solution that they want an addition. They need a remodel of a bathroom or 2 bathrooms, right? They have a specific search intent, a pain point they're trying to solve for, and they're finding you. The probability of you being able to convert that lead is way higher than going and, going and just finding somebody that's being shared with you through Angie's List or one of these search directories. I'm sure you all have tried it and you're familiar with it. They just source in leads and they just spew it out to like as many people as they can get it out to. And then it's a race to the finish. Whoever answers the phone first, the quality of the lead is poor. It's typically bargain hunters. Therefore, if you're able to just abort all of this paid online directories, maybe just if you're a higher end remodeler, just have a beautiful catalog of your work on house or porch. Porch is not as popular anymore. House, and then spend money on ads. That combination is what is going to get you the best results. Then you can go into social media marketing, right? So the difference between social media marketing and Google AdWords is social media marketing is like taking gasoline and pouring it on a fire. You will get instant leads. You will get immediate leads. The fire will be glorious. It will burn. It will rapidly die. What that means is you will have to go find those golden nuggets out of those 100 leads that you get. Maybe you will get 2 conversions out of it. Because here you are pushing your ad into people's feed. You are saying, I need business and spending your money on it. The flip side, why Google ads work is people have a problem. They have a pain point that they are trying to solve for. They need a remodel. They're going and searching for something and finding you. And so the intent to solve the problem is higher, and therefore the quality of this lead will be lower, will be better, but the cost of getting this lead will also be higher. So the cost of getting leads on Facebook is lower. You'll get a lot of leads. Finding that golden nugget will take you time and effort. You don't need to physically sit there and call those 100 leads. Today, we build out automations. We build out text marketing campaigns for our clients, which just, works through that 100 leads, and you can easily get results on who those 2 leads are. So if you spend $500 on Facebook ads marketing and you got 2 leads out of it, and each of those is a $15,000 project, hey, it's a good spend. On the flip side, your Google ads leads will be at about $150 per lead, but it will be a $50,000 project, right? So that's the difference between social media and Google ads. And so if you have any money that you're interested in spending on ads, you should think about playing the Google ads long game, because that is what will give you those high quality leads. This is email marketing, social media marketing is also a good strategy to do, but you should have all of these pieces in place before you get there. Then there's other specific networks, where you can pay per lead. I don't know if you guys have the time to engage in that. There's all of the social media advertising. You can go advertise on YouTube. You can't just advertise on YouTube. You need to have a content team. You need to have a videographer that's taking videos of your projects. Therefore, then you will have a YouTube channel. Then you can go run ads on your YouTube channel. Then once you've established, you can have a newsletter, a referral program, and so forth. So if you look at this, it's a process, right? It takes time to build some of this. You have to build out a Facebook profile, to build out an Instagram profile. You don't need to be everywhere. Today, I'd say remodelers get the best leads from Facebook and Instagram. Instagram is definitely a better portal for remodelers, because it's a very visual business. People want to see the beautiful kitchens, the beautiful afters, and the not so pretty before, right? And so you want to just pick your 2 portals and put your effort into there. Why is this a circle? Because digital marketing is not something that you tell yourself, I am in the mood for it, in 2023, for the first 90 days, let's just try some ads, let's just try some digital marketing, maybe do some SEO, maybe add some pages to our website, write a blog here and there, and then let's see what results we're going to get out of it. And then you're like, well, I think we spent about $3,000 in the first 90 days. I don't know if this was worthwhile. Let's abort, let's come back later. You're back to ground zero. Every time you pick digital marketing as a way to get you leads and you abort, you're just going backwards. And so it's something where you ask yourself, I am at $500,000 in revenue. This is what I can afford. Is it 10%? Is it 15% of your revenue? What is it that you want to allocate to marketing? Stick it out for a year. It is cyclical. You have to go do the things, try everything, do more of the things that work for you, and leave the things that don't work for you. And eventually what you're going to have is you're going to have those 7 to 10 things that work for you, and you're going to keep doing more and more of it. And if Google Ads is really getting you a lot of leads, why not go spend $3,000 a month on just ads so you're able to get it? So if you have the mindset where I'm just going to try digital marketing for a bit and then move on, you're wasting your time and money. You have to commit to it at least for a year, see what works, look at the results that you get, then make a decision about what you want to do and what you don't want to do. Or if you've decided, the caliber of contractor that you are, the team that you have, the resources that you have, that you just want to buy the leads and then work from there, that's fine too, right? So you have to define your business model. In the heart of it, define your business model. Who are you? Who do you want to serve? What do you want your lead source to be? But if you really want to get to that 7-figure mark, multi-million-dollar company, you have to do this. You have to do all of these. You have to figure out what works, do more of what works, and do less of what doesn't work. All right, so let's answer the question of the workshop. Do Google Maps matter, right? Does this look familiar to you? This is a search page that we all look at. So here is an example. I live in California near San Jose, in Palo Alto, in the Bay Area, and so I just searched for San Jose remodeler, and these are the 3 businesses that are showing up near where I live. These businesses are going to get 44 44% of clicks and calls. This is called the 3-pack. So what Google's doing is it's designing its search page for efficiency. So when a user comes and searches on the search engine, Google wants to wow the searcher. So they keep coming back because they're able to get the results that they're searching for. So this is what is called a 3-pack. Right here, if you're not landing on this 3-pack, this is geographic, right? So each of you as a remodeler can be in this 3-pack, but it doesn't happen by chance. Future Vision has 60 reviews. They have a review collection process. If you actually go and look at the specific profile, there's a lot of little details that Google has added. You want to make sure that you've completed all of that. I'm going to be talking to you about the important ones here in a bit. But the most important metric to note here is that these 3 businesses will get 44%, almost 50% of the clicks and calls. If you're not here, forget about it. You can have your dreams and your revenue target and your revenue numbers. People are just calling these businesses. Whoever responds, comes out, provides an efficient estimate, gives them a reasonable plan to like complete the project, wins. That's it. And this is plenty. The human brain is not capable of taking too much data. I'm going to choose 1 out of 3. Yeah, sounds great. Google's done the work of sorting it for me. And so go search for your own business, or go search for your city and say Dallas remodeler, best Dallas kitchen remodeler, right? Or wherever you are, if you want business in your geography, say, kitchen remodeler near me, and see what happens. Who's showing up? If you're not showing up, then that's why you're not winning in the search game. So is Google Maps important? Yes. 44% of clicks and calls come from Google Maps from the 3-pack. So yes, Google Maps matter today. You can have, this is an example of one of my clients. They spend about $3,000 a month on PPC. You get them per month, we get them 20 leads. This is a custom home builder, $151 per lead, the cost per lead. The Google Map calls is at 405. What that means is we've had 405 people call, and we have all of that information which we're tracking, because the other thing about remodel is that people are not making a decision right away, right? They're thinking about a project that's going to start 6 months out. So we build out an automation where we're able to track the Google Map calls and text them and say, hey, how can we help you? How can we help you? And out of these 405 calls, we're actually able to track, again, data, track how many people converted. Of course, there'll be insurance agents, carpenters wanting to join your team, people looking for work, spam calls, you eliminate all of that. There's still going to be enough calls that are coming in from your Google Maps calls, but this happens if you are landing in that 3-pack. So why map listings are important, right? So I'm giving you an example of a Walnut Creek, California contractor, New Key Construction, who is my client. I searched for Walnut Creek general contractor. Here they are on the number 2. Why are they number 2? It's because, sorry, my mouse is being sensitive here. They don't have adequate reviews. The contractor is not very inclined to ask his clients for reviews. He thinks that it's something that should happen organically. The sad fact of the matter today is that only unhappy people stop to go and write reviews. The moment you have this crew member that walked in with a pair of muddy shoes or some silly thing, people are going to jump on it and say, well, this team is not well trained, and go leave a sloppy review, because that's how the human brain is wired to dwell on negativity. And so if you're working hard, I'm sure you're creating beautiful spaces and you have raving fans, but those raving fans are too busy living in the beautiful spaces that you created for them that they really don't have the time or energy, or they don't think about they should go leave a review for you. So you need to have a review ask process and a review management process, because if you get to 50 reviews, your phone will ring automatically. If you get to triple-digit reviews, you can actually forget about spending a lot of money on ads. And so there's actually magic that happens once you get to those triple-digit reviews. So you have to have a plan, not only for your revenue goals, you need to have a plan for your reviews and say, we are going to get 10 reviews this year. So I don't know how many projects you do, right? Because with remodeling, some of my contractors only want 35 projects a year. So at least can we get 20 reviews that year? Because Google wants fresh content. If Google's going to choose you and show you in that 3-pack, you have to feed it and say, hey, I am a star, I'm a superstar, I got a review this month. So if your last review was in 2017 and you really haven't bothered to collect any more reviews, you're not going to land on the 3-pack, right? So those are things that matter: the quantity of reviews, the frequency of reviews, the age of the review. And then, of course, there's a lot of other things which I'll talk about. So if you want to fall into the 3-pack and get those 44% of clicks, you should be focusing on your Google business profile. So this is again an example where through the calls, we were able to, get them 35 leads. Cost per lead was 136. This is a custom home builder, 500K or higher. They only do luxury kitchen and bathroom remodel of $75,000. So the more information you're able to share with your, the person that's helping you with digital marketing and say, this is the kind of project that I need. I am not an IKEA kind of a kitchen or a Home Depot kind of a remodeler, or perhaps that is the kind of remodeler you are. We can really tweak the cost of this lead, right? What is $136 cost per lead when you get, if the value of the home build is, $1 million, right? That's what it costs to build a custom home in Walnut Creek, California. And so these leads are coming in from calls. These leads are coming in from the website, which is as a virtue of SEO, right? So you have to quantify for yourself what is it that you want from Google Maps, and Google Maps will feed that to you. So here I just wanted to show you some more examples. There was 15 Google Map calls. That month we were able to get 28 qualified leads. This was the ad spend. The cost per lead was, $92. Some organic calls, PPC calls, Google Map calls, web chat. So this is what I mean by a data-driven strategy. I'm very passionate about helping my contractors know exactly what's working and what's not, because if you're able to get organic calls, that means the SEO is working. Your website is working, your Google Maps presence is working. And if you're in this business if you're in this game for the long run, you want your organic numbers to keep going up. What does organic mean? People are finding you. Best remodeler near me, kitchen remodeler near me, custom home builder near me, ADU builder near me. When somebody's searching for those, if they are finding you, then those are your organic calls. So you want your organic calls to go up. Your PPC calls, pay-per-click, will vary based on what kinds of ads they're running. Are they a call ad, call click ad, or is it we're putting them onto a landing page and having them complete a form? So the calls will vary based on the kinds of ads they're running. You always want Google Map calls, right? You want your the form on your website to convert. You want to get leads from in there. That's how you get your 28 leads. Go do the math on what all of this cost. Your cost per lead is $91. Is a $91 cost per lead worth it for you? Absolutely. In the kitchen and remodeling space, your minimum project size is $10,000. What can you do today for less than $10,000? If you're able to spend $100 and get a $10,000 project, it's absolutely worth it. So I can sit here and I can show you like a variety of like dashboards of things that happen, but bottom line, this is it. Are you tracking it? Do you know how many organic calls you're getting, your PPC calls, your Google Map calls? If your web forms is going down, then we come in here and we evaluate what's happening. And so that is the data, right? Have clarity. So yes, Google Map can drive calls, but you can't just rely on pay-per-click alone, because if you keep trying to put money into Google ads and keep hoping for leads, it'll taper off after a certain time. And that's why it's important to do the work on building your presence on Google Maps. So here are the biggest changes that has happened in the past year with Google. So Google used to list 7 businesses earlier. Right? When I showed you that 3-pack, I showed you 3. Google had 7. And that actually, I'm sure they have all sorts of tracking and algorithms built on the back end. That was not resourceful to the user. They are always focusing on the user, right? You or I who's going to a Google search page and searching for, best Italian food near me or whatever food you want to eat, and then you're able to get that restaurant, right? Google's only bothered about the user. They realized that 7 results was far too many. And like I said, the human brain shuts down. And so they've lowered it to 3. What does this do for us as a business owner? Makes it harder. We have to work harder to land on that 3-pack. Google is serving paid ads in map results. I'm going to show you where those paid ads are landing. So I don't know if you know like the anatomy of a search result page, but I'll show you that. And Google Local Services is live. Google Local Services works really well for all sorts of trades, right? Like home services. And so you should get your Google Local Services a profile claimed. It's a little bit of a tedious process. There's an application, because what happens at the end of getting into local services is that you become Google guaranteed. Your business will actually have a check mark on Google Maps, and then Google knows that you're a Google guaranteed business. And so the algorithm will always favor to show you over another business. So Google Local Services is live in most major markets. Actually, it's live in all of the United States. So now you have to think about the local services, because you're losing out on local services if you're not on local services. And it's critical to like complete an advanced verification process. What does the advanced verification process entail? It is a background check on the contractor to be sure that the contractor is licensed, insured, has the general contractor license, keeps your insurance real. Now you see how Google's working hard on the back end to be sure that the three people that they're showing on the 3-pack, the people that they're showing on top of a search page that have the green check mark and are Google guaranteed, Google has built a team on the back end to actually verify these contractors. So when somebody comes and does business with that verified contractor, they are going to have a positive experience. They are going to leave a 5-star review. And the Google search engine is just improving and becoming better and better at it. So you have to understand the changes that Google's implementing, because it directly impacts you. Gone down from 7 to 3. The paid ads are showing on maps, because ultimately Google's a business. They are in it to make money for themselves. So of course they are going to feature the people that are running ads. So if you are spending a lot of time beautifying your website and spending money on SEO and then not spending any money on ads, you're going to get about a certain number of leads. But if you really want to win the search game, you got to be doing all of those: organic lead generation, map generation, website, right? You have to do all of that. Or if you don't have the time and resources to do all of it, pick one, do it well, do it for a year, see what results you get from it, and then move on. So like I said, there used to be 7, now there's only 3. And this is what Google guaranteed is. Right? I don't know why my team search for plumber, but if you go search for a remodeler, right? San Francisco remodelers, it will show you. So this is the Google guaranteed. It's going to show you that these people are guaranteed. You can actually run ads from within this portal. Then there's the people that are spending money on pay-per-click that show up. Then the people that have done the work of being ranked on search, the 3-packs show up. And so this is how the Google search page looks now, right? Your website's not anywhere here. So if you are like, okay, I have a website, I'm spending some money on SEO. Oh, well, great. You're never going to be found online. It's like, there's a joke among digital marketers, like, where do you hide a dead body? On page 2 of Google. You'll never be found, because people are going to go click on this or this or this. Or when you scroll down below that, there's going to be more ads. And so if you really want to be found online, you should think about whether it's valuable for you to go get Google guaranteed. Tedious process, worth it. Do it once, you're done. What else do you need to do year after year? Renew your license. They're going to make sure that you have a valid license with no complaints. You have a valid liability insurance, because Google's guaranteeing you, right? And so it's just an email will come in, you'll click, you'll upload your insurance. We do it for our clients all the time. And then, so it's something that you should think about doing. And you can just, the beauty of Google Guaranteed and the beauty of these local services ads that Google has set up for business owners is very favorable for a business owner. What that means is within this dashboard, I've actually done separate workshops on just that. Google Guaranteed is, if you go into the dashboard and look at your leads, Google gives you the ability to say, this is not a qualified lead. This is noise. This person wants like a siding done or something. I'm a remodeler. I just don't go and replace the siding. Therefore, this is not a valuable lead to me. Exit out. Google's going to refund your ad dollars. And so ultimately, at the end of the month, you can actually go look at your ad spend and really know exactly what it converted to. So, Google's not interested in taking your money if it's not generating results for you. That is only possible within this Google Guarantee box. Over here, the pay-per-click is an auction model. Here you're just, bidding against everybody else that's, trying to win in the search game. And so the more your campaign is optimized, you want a quality score inside a campaign, you want 100% quality score. So somebody that knows Google Ads needs to run those ads well for you. It's simple to win in the search game, provided today as a remodeler, if you want leads from Google Ads, you should at least spend $50 a day. If you're at a point where you cannot afford $50 a day on Google Ads, don't go put your money into Google Ads, because this is an algorithm. You have to teach the algorithm. It takes about 4 weeks to get your first lead from Google Ads, because the algorithm needs to learn. The team that's running your ads needs to go and optimize the campaign and keep telling the campaign, don't let people from Japan find me. I am here in Dallas, Texas. Block the geography. I don't do like sidings and windows. I do kitchen and bathrooming. You have to keep tweaking the ad, teaching the algorithm, looking at where you're being found, fix it. At the 30-day mark, you'll get your first lead. From there on, it'll just skyrocket, which is when most contractors get impatient and say, well, I don't know what am I spending on, but you're teaching the algorithm. That money that you're putting in is an investment. It is going to pay off. It's going to take a bit of time. Once the algorithm learns you, can see your reviews, knows who you are, it's just going to pick up and you're going to get that steady stream of leads, whatever kind you want. Kitchen, bathroom is a very high volume search term. This is a lot of people that have homes that are trying to remodel things, upgrade things, even more so after the pandemic, because people have been living at home and kind of like looking at the space, the four walls around where you eat and live and work and hang out with your kids. And you're like, it'd be nice to like upgrade that kitchen, or people are really taking those actions to upgrade their spaces. So there's the Google Guaranteed, there's the Google Ads. This is the organic stuff where you have to land on the 3-pack. Even here today, look at what Google's doing. They're putting the person that's running ads here as number 1. Then they're showing the 3 companies that are not running ads. So it's actually becoming a 4-pack now. So from a 7-pack, it became a 3-pack. And then they decided, we want to reward the company that's actually giving us money in that geography. And so they're putting that company there. So this A to Z remodeling not only has their act down in terms of having reviews, they're spending money on ads. They are being shown, because even without ads, they'd land in the 3-pack. And so they're probably Google Guaranteed. They're not running Google Guaranteed ads because the PPC ads are doing really well for them. There's so much knowledge that you can get out of each of the businesses once you understand how the Google search page is set up. The Guaranteed on top. Why? Google knows who these business owners are. Google's done the homework. Google guarantees, gives you the check mark. Everybody has a check mark. Then the people that are giving Google money show up. Again, the people that are giving Google money show up. These are the people that have done the work of optimizing the profile, because Google thinks that this profile has done the work and is worthy of being shown on its search page, because again, Google's intent is to be the world's best search engine. All right, now let's take a look at how each of these sections impacts search results, right? So like I was telling you, this is page 1 of a search, right? So when you go and you search for Bay Area remodelers, this is what is showing up. We've already talked about the Google local services, the green check mark. These are the people that are spending money. Look at that. Angie is running Google Ads because they want to capture the leads. Can you, as a solo remodeler, compete with the ad spend that Angie affords? We can't. It's tough. But they're there. They're taking that real estate on the search page. Then there's Green Bay Remodeling. They're actually in my neighborhood. They are spending a lot of money on ads. That's why they're showing up here. Then again, the other people that are spending on ads, the 3-pack. Now look here, who's below the maps? Again, the companies that are spending a lot on ads, that have a lot of reviews, that have high SEO, which is why if you're a remodeler and you're not listed on house, you're going to lose out. There's great value in tying yourself to the platforms that you want to be associated with. As a business, like I feel like most of my clients are not Yelp kind of remodelers, right? So then don't spend any time on Yelp. Go build yourself a house presence. Then there's like some chamber of commerce. Then the websites show up, And if you actually look at the bottom of the search page, now that I've showed you how the anatomy of a search page works, on the bottom will be more of these Google ads, and then you will have page 2. So, you know, it's important to do the work on maps so you are found online, right? And you get the effort of what you're putting in. So if you've built your presence, you've got the reviews that you need, you're going to show up here. Invariably, you're going to show up. It's not that Google likes you or Google doesn't like you. Your profile's claimed, you're an authentic business owner, you got your reviews, you go search for Palo Alto summer camps, my business is going to show up in the 3-pack, right? It's not by chance, it's just hours and hours of work that has gone in. So this year, you tell yourself, I am going to work on my Google business profile. I'm going to collect those reviews. Your phone's going to ring from just that effort. Forget all of this, right? But if you have the infrastructure or the ability to hire somebody or an in-person team that can do this for you, and you do all of this, that's when the magic happens. So what is it? The first thing that you can do, you can go and sign up for local services, right? You can go to local services, sign up. Like I said, it's a little bit of a tedious process. If you tell them that you have team members, then your team members need to be background checked as well. I don't recommend to like have all your team members background checked, because unless you have like a family member working in your business, then it makes sense. But if your teams, you know, we all know how teams, they come and go. You don't want to be wasting time on background checks. Just submit yourself, your business, your liability insurance. They'll send you a background check service, be background checked, boom, you're live on Google guaranteed. Whether you want to then go and spend money on Google local services ads is completely up to you. I recommend that you just play with it, see what kinds of leads that come in, because like I said, you just need to have an admin or a person that's able to go and X out the leads that are not valuable to you. Then you're only paying for the leads that are valuable to you. So it's a really, you know, black and white game. You're not going to lose any money on ads. There is no bidding. There is no auction like PPC. It's just straightforward. Own the search results page, right? Ask yourself, what can you do? It's very easy, guys. It just feels like a lot of it. It's very easy to like win this. The only place where you don't need to show up if you don't want to run ads is right here. But everywhere else, go and see how you can make a digital footprint. Is it time and effort? Yes. Right? It does take time and effort to go build a house profile, put your beautiful photos, write your description, but you're going to get leads from that. You are going to get house leads from that. If you have money to spend $75 a month and you upgrade to House Pro, your phone is going to ring from that. Why? Because House is spending money on Google Ads and they are landing here, right? So go own the search results page, get Google guaranteed, put, you know, $50 a day into Google Ads, optimize your Google business profile, tie yourself to the platforms that you know you want to be associated with, be choosy about how you present yourself, and then do work on your website. You know, people are going to come here, click on your website. They're going home. Ultimately, they're going home. You can do all of this work. You have a crappy website that doesn't tell the person what you do, who you serve, why they should choose you, and you know, it doesn't load properly on a cell phone. All of this work means nothing, because ultimately the guest is coming home. You're serving them tea, coffee, dinner. What are they doing? You're deciding, right? And so that homepage should look good when they come home for you to convert that lead. But you need to think about this. You need to pick 2 or 3 things and act on it. So today, one of the things Google's done is it's reduced fake Google Map listings. When Google Maps was launched, people went crazy. They're like, well, you know, I'm a contractor. I'm based in San Jose, but I can drive to San Francisco. I can drive 50 miles. I can drive 100 miles. And they went and they started setting up all sorts of Google Map listings to kind of win in the map game by just, you know, going and finding some random address and putting it in there. Google's just has a very, very clear process on catching those fake Google Map listings, and they will shut you down. And once they shut you down, the process of coming out of that black hole has become increasingly harder. Why is Google doing this? They want a high quality search page. They want to be the world's best search engine. So if you've ever engaged in that kind of fake Google Map listings, it's not worth it. If somebody's recommending that to you, it's not worth it. There's what are called heat maps that you can send to your actual profile. The only way the only correct way for you to have multiple locations is if you really have a location in San Francisco. If you have a little office up in San Francisco, then use that address and claim it. Just because you go to San Francisco and you serve clients, but you're based in San Jose, California, you can't fake Google and try to add a profile. So any kind of fake stuff, like Google's built out an entire back-end team to crack down on this. And so what is that done for the people that are not interested in engaging in this type of silly, useless, time-wasting games is if you're focusing on that search page, your work is going to get you results. You're going to be found online. So here's the proven formula for getting ranked in the 3-pack. And everybody understands what the 3-pack is, right? Now actually I noticed from my slides that it's become a 4-pack. There's a sponsored and then there's the 3 businesses. So what do you do to be in the 3-pack? First is go get your business profile listing. Does everybody have your Google business profile claimed? Anybody here without a Google business profile? I know Marvin does. So get your business profile claimed. Make sure that your company name reads like your company name. The Google algorithm is so clever that it can tell, let's say I'm just going to use Marvin here. You know, I know Marvin personally. So he's a painter remodeler in San Jose, California. So let's say he decides to add another arm to his business. He wants to do custom home builds, right? And he just goes to his Google business profile and he updates it and it says remodeler, custom home builder, painter. And it doesn't match who he is on his website. Google doesn't like that. Why? Because then Google's conning the searcher who looks at this and goes to the website and the website doesn't match. And so really be congruent, like really think about how you present it on search should match your website, should match your house listing, right? So you want everything to be branded and clear and the messaging similar, your name similar, your website the same. Use a local number, don't use 800 numbers, no PO boxes. So there is a way for you, if you do not have an office and you work from your home, there is a way to get your business profile claimed, but you can't use a PO box number because Google wants real businesses on search, right? Upload photos as many as possible. Google loves phone photos. The algorithm is intelligent, it can tell phone photos. So you don't need to say, I don't have the time to hire a photographer, a videographer. I am not good with photography. Google doesn't. Google loves organic content. Just walk around your job site, take 10 photos, go upload it to your Google profile. Next time somebody's searching, Google's going to say, okay, this is a valid, viable, live profile. I'm going to choose this contractor and put them into the 3-pack. Right? Put pictures of your staff. Put your face out there. Google likes to know there's a human behind it. Google wants to help the small business owners achieve your revenue goals. But you have to tell Google, I am there. I am it. Show me. Choose me, right? Put pictures of your trucks. Marvin's wearing his cool logo shirt. Put pictures of your team in those logo shirts, right? Because people connect and resonate with people. 44% of the clickers are going to choose 1 out of the 3. They're going to quickly scroll through. The more photos you have, the more stories you're telling on your Google business profile, they're going to quickly choose you. List your hours of operation, your services offered. What do? Google actually has a little back end where you can showcase all of your services. So claim and optimize your Google business profile, right? Where you can add photos and this interface keeps changing. It's actually become easier and easier. It's very simple to claim your profile. I'm sure all of you have it. Respond to reviews. The fact is that there's going to be some unhappy people in the world. We cannot please everybody. It's okay to get that 1-star review. How are you reacting to that review? Are you looking at it and looking at why the person was upset and really making an operational change and a process change? And how are you answering that 1-star question, right? You must reply to that 1-star question. Be polite, to invite them to call you, because as much as you feel hurt and angry and it's unfair, which is usually how it is, these reviews, Google's tracking to see how the business owner is reacting to it. If you say positive things, use some nice keywords in there, that 1-star review can still serve you and give you business. But you have to be smart about it. You have to respond to it. And then there's a Q&A now. I don't know if you know, there's a Q&A on every Google business profile where people can come and ask you questions. And so what we do for our clients is the top questions, right? So one of my contractors will not go and do estimates just from a phone appointment. They only do $75,000 or higher projects. So what they have as their process is they want the client to come to their office, pay them $250 to come to their office and for that first meeting. Then if it's a good match, they go to the site and then they do the estimate and the project starts. It took them a lot of effort to come up with this whole process of saying $250. You'd be surprised. People are interested in doing business with you. They're willing to pay that $250, come to your office, you write off the $250 if they hire you, right? But this is a process now. So we actually put it on their Google business profile as a Q&A. If people are not choosing you over that $250, they're not going to be able to spend $75,000 or $100,000 on that remodel. They are not your people. It's okay, let them go, right? So that's what this Q&A does. It's able to put even simple things. We have a phone call first, we come out for an estimate, or if you have, let's say, our project pipeline is full, we can only start the next project in 6 months. You have that opportunity to keep relevant information on search page by answering those Q&As. Sometimes people ask, Google allows you to create your own Q&As. You don't want to go and create 30 Q&As because Google knows. We post two Q&As a month for our clients. So then, relevant things, we know what's happening with the client, we go and we post it. Google's like, oh, cool, there's new information that's updated. This is what's going on. And so when somebody searches, you're going to show up. The second thing to focus on is what are called data aggregators, right? So if you think about it, there's thousands of websites, right? People are just waking up and building a website, but you got to take that website and you got to index it into one of these data aggregators. What these data aggregators do is this is where Google's pulling data from. And so your website should be indexed in one of these, preferably at least 3 of these aggregators. What does it mean to be in one of these aggregators? It is a submission. It is just making sure that it's called NAP, name, address, and phone number, that your NAP on Google matches what is in the aggregators, because that's how when the algorithm is crawling and searching, it's going to say, okay, this is an indexed website. It's a real website, right? You think about like a library. Your website is cataloged now. When somebody comes and they're looking for a travel, they're like, I want to go to Greece. Where's the person going in the library? They're going to the travel section, going and finding the Greece catalog or the Greece travel book, the Forder's guide, opening it up and reading from it, right? Just like that, by going and putting yourself into these aggregators, you're telling Google, I am indexed, I'm a remodeler, I'm here in Dallas, I'm here in Chicago, and then the algorithm is pulling from the aggregators. So, and if you have a website and somebody helped you build a website, they should have indexed you in these aggregators. Very simple to do. And then there's a lot of tools that you can use for this aggregation, right? So my favorite is Bright Local. White Spark is fantastic. So if you are very tech savvy and you want to just, go do this yourself, and that's why I love to share the tools that I like, you can go ahead and just sign up for a subscription, submit your website. It's work, right? You're going to sit there and edit things. It's going to show you where the mistakes are. But if it's something that you want to take in-house and do it, feel free to I'll be sending out a recording of this, so you'll have these slides as well. But these are some of the tools that you can use for citations. And citations as in you are reporting to the aggregators to send Google the data, right? So this is a subscription-based tool. You just want to subscribe to it. But once you go into the tool, right, nothing's just, the tool's just the initial facade. There's work that needs to be done. Once you do it, the algorithm will switch up, change. So you want to check it. There'll be messages that will come to you. But these are the citation tools that you can use to go and get yourself logged in the aggregators. So then the Google algorithm will show you on that amazing search page. So claim and optimize your business profile. Use a tool like what I showed you to get to the 50 of the top citation listings. There are 50 top citation listings for every kind of business, right? So there's Yahoo, there's Bing, now there's Apple Maps. Apple Maps is huge because I don't know if any of you are Apple Maps users. My kids, I notice sometimes when I tell them to map stuff, because they're on an iPhone, they automatically go to they go to Apple Maps and not Google Maps. And I keep telling them, go to Google Maps, it's better. But they don't care, map's a map, right? So I'm sure there are a lot of people that are on Apple Maps. So you can index yourself on Apple Maps. And once you go into one of these tools, it will show you those 50 aggregators that you should be listed on. And so get listed in those major aggregators. You can do it manually too. It takes a lot of time. Just pay for a tool, hire a person, just get it done. It's going to get you those, those niche, those high quality clients that you're looking for will come once you're entrenched into those aggregators. And then strategy for driving consistent reviews, right? Like I said, Google loves businesses that have reviews. If you don't do anything else at the end of this workshop and you tell yourself by the time the year rolls around, I'm going to have 10 reviews, that's it. Your phone's just going to ring from that. You can't really just tell people leave a review and then move on. You have to make it really easy for them. You can either, ask for a review, show them your Google business profile, make a call after the last walkthrough is done. But you need to make reviews and recognition a company culture, right? Once you have that, it's going to make it really easy for you. So again, there's a lot of tools. You can go and subscribe to all of these tools. And here's what we do for our clients. We just build out a text and email based review funnel where as soon as the project is done, you let us know. We send them a text message and they can choose one of these spaces. If they choose 3 or below, it's going to put them into a form. They can share information. They can send it over to you. By law, you're not allowed to prevent people from writing reviews. It's called review gating. And therefore, you should have an option for them to still be able to leave a review. The thing that I have realized is if somebody is unhappy with a remodeler or a general contractor and they haven't made the time to tell you about it, and you give them an option to complete a form, right? They typically choose to complete the form because you are now a partner with them. You're going in and out of their house and remodeling their space. Rarely do they want to like go jump and leave a negative review for you. And if you wanted to like have a 5-star review, of course, when they click on 4 or 5, it will take them over here and it will give them an opportunity directly. It will pop up where people can write a review. They are not going to go and find you and click on it and figure out where to write a review. The ease of leaving a review is so important. And so we've actually fine-tuned the process where we text them, we send up one follow-up, we do a phone call. One of my team members actually calls my clients' customers to ask for a review. Invariably, you will get a review. The timing of the ask is important, right? So whatever it is, we text them and we say, as you well know, reviews are the lifeline of business. We're grateful for the opportunity. Would you be kind enough to leave us a review? Text them, email them. They are your client. They know you. They remember you. They are going to leave you a review. But you need to have a process. You need to say, when is this happening? How is this happening? Right? Is it happening on a monthly basis? If you just spend some time and strategize your review collection process, you're going to be ranked on that 3-pack. You're going to be found on Google Maps. The next thing that you can do is what is called on-site optimization, which is on-site as in on your website. And this is where, the point where if people are having fake profiles, Google business profiles, this is where you can bypass that by creating what are called heat maps. And I'll tell you in a little bit here what heat maps are, but you want good content, user experience, you want to have photos, videos. Google loves websites with videos. And there is actually a strategic positioning of the video that the algorithm can read, right? It has to be in the top 2/3 of your homepage. And so it doesn't matter what the video is. Grab your phone and introduce yourself. Hey, I'm Ratna Ramakrishnan with Remodeler Digital. I exclusively serve general contractors, remodelers. Make a video, put it on your website, right? Google loves that. When it's deciding who to show, it's going to choose you because you have a video on your website. So have a multimedia approach to your website. You want pages for each of your services. You can't just say remodeling and have one page. You want a kitchen remodel, bathroom remodel, custom home build, ADU, additions, right? Whatever you do has to have a separate page. Why? Because then Google, it makes it easy for Google. Google's like, okay, I see it. I see those words. I'm going to choose this person because I see when the algorithm's crawling, it sees your website, sees those videos, sees those fresh videos and chooses you. You want pages for the cities that you serve in because every remodeler, you're serving a variety of cities. You have either a 30-mile radius. I've seen all kinds. My clients are varied. Some want to go up to 30 miles. Some want to go up to 50 miles. Do you understand what a city's page is? Here, let me show you an example of a, it takes a bit of time. That's why if you have a 7-page, 10-page website, then you want more. So this is Nuki, who's my client. This is in areas. They want business in Alamo, Berkeley, Black Hawk, Clayton, all of these cities, right? You have to build out these pages. It has to have maps listed on it. It has to talk about who you are. This map is a Google map. It's called a plugin that we've installed here. This is how you keep telling Google who you are, right? And so it's important to list these cities because then that's how you get traffic from search onto your website for each of these cities. So building out these areas pages is really useful because now there's actually an app called Nearby Now that you could go subscribe for. You can give the Nearby Now app to your team members, and every time you have your team going and working in one of these cities, they'll check in. You can have a line of code embedded on this page, and it will send the signal back that the person checked in to this page. And Google will know that your business, which is on Google Maps, is now doing business in all of these cities. So that's what a Google heat map is about. So let me go back to that list and show you. So it takes a little bit of work to get your team engaged, but is it worth it? Absolutely. If you're able to have even you don't even have to like task your team members that actually do the remodel and work. Maybe you have like 2 people that go and do estimates, like I don't know what you call them, project advisors, salespeople. They can have the app downloaded, and if they check in, right? So you can have unique content in Nearby Now, which is an app to pass heat map data to the city pages. Unique content on every page. Keyword in the title and H1. I don't know if you know what keywords and title and H1 means. It's on your website. I can stop my screen slides and I can show you what a title and H1 is. You want a meta description that sells the click, right? So these are all little bits of nuggets of information that are somebody that comes to a website does not see it, but the Google algorithm sees it, right? This is what on-site optimization is. So today, if you're spending money on SEO, is that person doing the on-site optimization? Have they optimized your title tags, your H1, your meta descriptions? Because that is what Google's looking for to show you in that 3-pack. You want your name, address, and phone number in the footer of your website because that's how the Google algorithm reads it. It'll come, it scans, who are you, custom home builder, kitchen remodeler, video, yay, nice, okay, homepage, what else you got for me, where are you? All right, San Jose, California, boom, you're going to be in the 3-pack, right? So the website architecture is matched to the Google algorithm. So there's a methodology in how the website page is built. You want blog with ongoing content. You want to have content that you're, at least every month, there should be a blog written, like, you can go and use Chat GPT today. You want to have, a writer write the blog. But even if you're able to do 12 blogs, and Google's actually liking longer form blogs because we run these tests for our clients where 1,500 words versus 500 words. If the more blogs you can add, the more fresh the blogs are, it's better. And then there is a process called syndication of the blogs because it takes time and effort. You can actually get more SEO juice out of your blogs. And I'll talk to you here in a bit about what the syndication entails. And you want to focus on page speed. Your website should look fabulous, not only on your phone, not only on a website, but also on a phone. I don't know if you know how to go look at your website on a computer. You just do control, right click, you click on inspect, and then it's going to show you all the backend code, but here's the cell phone version. It's really easy for you to check if your award-winning logos, your recent projects, your process, right? All of this presents beautifully on a cell phone. So you can just, even if you're at your computer, you don't have your phone, you can just go ahead and look at it. So you want to be sure that your site is optimized for mobile. Like I said, you want to have the address, the phone number on the bottom of it, because that's where Google's like crawling, and be sure that you have all of this information set up well, not only on your website, but also the cell phone version of the website, which is something that many web builders sometimes forget to check. So let's go back to the slides. Any questions so far? So that's all the on-site optimization. Nearby now is again a tool. You can just go look it up. It's an app that you can download, or even if you have 2 people on your team that are just traveling and doing estimates, you can download that app. But just having the app and checking in is not going to be enough. You need to have a line of code tied back to a city page. That's when you have the SEO juice talking to from the app to the your Google business profile is integrated into the app. And then that's how you have the 3-way information being passed on saying, I am just not in San Jose, I am in Orinda, Berkeley, Lafayette, Menlo Park, Palo, like all of the cities that you want business in. That's how you can send those, the heat map to Google to say, this is the map that I am interested in getting business from. Don't just show me just because my address says San Jose, California, don't just show me in that zip code. I want all of this business. And then Google will over time learn who you are and then keep showing you. All right. And this is again a dashboard. You can track every little thing, new users, page sessions, all of this is from just analytics. Google Analytics gives it to you for free. So, you're feeling tired at the end of like this workshop, just go check it out, whether your website has analytics or not. Just go see how many people are coming to your website. Are you at 100? Are you at a 1,000? Because think about it, the conversion in life, no matter what kind of business you are, is between 3 to 5%. So that's how you need to think. If you want to get 30 clients, how many people need to come to your website? If you're feeling unhappy with not reaching your revenue targets, go at least see how many people are coming to your website. If you don't even have that data, just go set up an analytics account and install that pixel on your website and start getting the information. Right? Because if you're still a referral word of mouth business and that's the way you choose to be, then Google Maps is not for you, right? But if you really want to play and win in the search game, then Google Maps is for you. Then you need to be curious. You need to know who's coming to your website. And my education business, I have 10,000 people coming to my website every day. I know 10,000 people are coming. When the traffic drops, I'm wondering why the traffic drops, right? It's because some of my content is not good, right? So that's how you want to be curious to know who's coming to your website and what those numbers are at. And today with analytics, it's really easy to track everything. So we talked about the on-site SEO, right? Beautiful website, having your name on the footer, having your videos, talking about all the cities you serve. This is off-page SEO. So off-page SEO is claim your business profile, go and get into those data aggregators, use an online review tool or have a custom tool built out for your brand. All of these tools work, right? They're all money, subscription services. Build backlinks to your websites from other websites. What does that mean? Go have a presence on Facebook, go have a presence on Instagram. House, are you a member of the National Association of Remodelers? Go get yourself listed there, right? Do you go to a Chamber of Commerce? Make sure your business is listed there. These are all backlinks, right? The more places, it's the World Wide Web, right? You want to be webbed into the World Wide Web. So the more connections you have, the higher your website is going to rank. There's this new process called strategic content syndication. What that means is you're able to take the content that you create in your blog and you're able to syndicate it, which means you're able to push it into news platforms, into Google News, right? And so again, it's a little bit of a tedious process to set it up, but if you are engaging in any kind of SEO and blogs are being created, you really want to be syndicating that content. And so a simple blog post on your site won't cut it anymore. You want to think about signal generation through syndicating your content. Again, there are tools out there. It's a process to like set it up and get it done. But once you get it done, your SEO will just skyrocket. How do you know your SEO is skyrocketing? People are finding you organically without spending a single dollar on ad spend. Right? So we actually set goals for our clients and say, well, if we got 70 times somebody found us online, how can we increase that? What kind of blog content can we write and where can we syndicate it so we are able to get more organic leads? Because there's only so much money to put into advertising and marketing, right? For any business. Amazon, Google themselves, Google doesn't need to advertise, but whoever you are, there's only so much advertising and marketing money that you can have, which means you have to be thinking about how you can be found online organically. And that's why it's important to create the content and push it into this signal generation. So it's there's cutting edge platforms that you can use which feed into what is called the authority signal to Google, because it's algorithm versus algorithm, right? So it's called EAT. This may be going into a little bit of too much of the SEO technicalities, but I love to like teach my clients about what Google likes, because it's looking for expertise, authority, and trust. So what this means is there is a way for you to take a blog article and push it into ABCs, CBS, Fox, all these news channels. Doesn't mean you're being featured on the news channel. The news channel has a platform where you can push it. You can push it into Google News. You can push it into Yahoo News. What this does is, again, creates a web where your business is recognized more and more. The more you associate yourself with the established brands, Google likes it. It says, okay, trust. I know these brands. I know ABC. I know CBS, right? So all of these then convert into citation signals, and then helps you better to quickly land on the 3-pack. This is kind of a geeky way to look at the SEO as a periodic table. So I don't know if you like chemistry as a kid, but these are there's quality content you need, there's keywords, right? So there's just a lot of things that need to be done when you need to do SEO right. And so if you're just spending like $300 a month to somebody and hoping for some magic to happen, it doesn't happen. You're just wasting your money. So there's, like I said, it's a clear strategy. And if your SEO is working, you should be getting leads on your website. Your phone should be ringing from your SEO work. And this is all the different things that it takes, and the value scores, and the things that are, if you're using pirated content, if you're doing a lot of keyword stuffing, right? All of those things Google doesn't like. So there are toxins, there are emerging fields. One of those is video. Then there is all the usual content of blog and description and videos and links, and how are you building authority? Do you have review process, right? So these are the different things that matter. And so here's a summary, right? The on page that I talked about, your Google business profile, have a system for ongoing content, syndicating it, just so you have the signals leverage. And so if you do all of these and you do it repeatedly, right, it may feel like overwhelming and a lot of things. It's not. It's about 10 things that you need to do. Do it well, do it right. You are going to get those results. You are going to be able to hit those revenue numbers that you want to hit. So what did you learn? What did you notice for yourself? Is there something that you would like to share with the rest of us? If somebody's willing to unmute and speak. Is there something that's a takeaway where you're going to go do it today? Are you curious to know how many people are coming to your website? What is the action item, right? Because if you've spent a little over an hour with me, I want you to tell yourself, I'm going to go check out these 3 things. I'm going to go look at my business profile, see where I'm landing on the 3-pack. How can I have a review collection strategy? Come up with 2 to 3 things that you'll do at the end of this hour. If you want to connect with me, that's my cell phone number. Feel free to save it. Feel free to call me. Like I said, I love working with general contractors and remodelers. I'd love to speak to you. If you want me to look at your online presence, feel free to go to growthplancall.com and schedule some time with me. That's my calendar. I'd love to speak to you one-on-one, show you what your opportunities are. Should you decide to like hire me, I'd be happy to work with you, or I'm happy to just give you a snapshot report of how Google perceives you. It's something that I do for other business owners that want to get a sense of what's going on. And perhaps you have an in-house marketing team, whatever it is, but I'd love to meet you one-on-one if you choose to come hang out with me. You can find time on my calendar by going to growthplancall.com. I also have a Facebook group where I'm sharing, relevant new information about what's happening about Google. It's just it's called the Digital Dominance Club for Remodelers. So you're welcome to join that group if you're on Facebook. You can simply just follow me on Instagram. I'm sharing a lot of little nuggets on Instagram. And again, I'd love to stay in touch with you guys if you are so inclined to, and I'm also happy to answer any questions at this point if you have any specific questions that I can. 5-star GC Inc. Okay, that's Peter. Peter, David. Questions? And
That was very informative. Thank you.
I appreciate it. That's what I choose to do out of these workshops, because I feel like there's a lot of noise out there that as a business owner, the more empowered you can be about the Google search algorithm, it's easy to win. Is it just, 2 to 3 steps? No, it's not. It's a bit of work, but it's easy to do that. So I appreciate it. Yep. All right. If you have no other questions, have a great day, and I hope to connect with you.